What is up, gangsters? My name is Beansy, and today we are making chanterelle risotto. We're going to start by soaking the mushrooms in lukewarm water for about an hour. Gently agitate to dislodge the debris, then when they are much more hydrated, you need to give them a gentle scrub. I got my chanterelle mushrooms from Rocky Mountain Fruit and Fungi. They are a vendor of wild mushrooms that ship Canada-wide, link in the description. Your attention to detail in cleaning food always pays dividends. Getting grit in your bite is always disturbing, and that's why I prefer no gloves. You can feel your food, find a piece of sand, pin bone, tiny piece of cartilage. Nothing worse than having to pick it out of your mouth. Pass the mushroom liquid, aka mushroom liquor, through a sieve and cheesecloth or coffee filter to get rid of any debris. Break down about a cup of shallot. Don't worry about the size, I just want it to get lost amongst the rice. Mince 2 cloves of fresh creme de la rasa garlic. I'm serious, you have to find this specific variety or you'll never achieve serenity, fulfillment, oneness, zen. Of course I'm joking about the variety of garlic. Use whatever fresh garlic you have on hand. I cut up some leftover asparagus into sub 1 inch pieces, and yes, leftovers are what risotto is for. In a large nonstick fry pan, spread out your mushrooms. You can do this dry, or you can do this with a tablespoon of butter, like a signore rolled up in a Frenchman. When you put the chanterelle in the pan, they scream. Don't worry, they're long dead. It's just steam. Cook the mushrooms for about 4 minutes and then remove and let hang out with the asparagus. Don't worry, they have plenty to talk about. Add the shallots to the pan and some olive oil so we don't burn the butter. Cook until translucent, around 4 to 5 minutes. Add in the garlic. I usually add a bit more Evo to the garlic so it doesn't burn. Shuffle it around for about 2 minutes and then add it to the mushrooms and asparagus. Try to keep the fat in the pan so we aren't introducing a bunch of it back later in the process. At some point you want to grate some cheese for the end of the cooking. Traditionally, this would be a local, dry-aged, low-moisture cow's milk cheese. Due to mafia influence and Parmesan propaganda, it's ingrained in our heads that this has to be Reggiano. I'm not paying for a cheese that has traveled across the world and lined the pockets of organized crime. I buy a local cheese. It tastes much more complex than any of the flat one-note Italian dry cheeses. Toss your arborio rice into a pan, stir it around. It should be glossy with fat. If it's not, add some. Toast the rice until you can smell popcorn, then start by adding in mushroom liquor. The rice to stock ratio should be 4 parts stock to 1 part rice, so 1 cup of rice to a liter of stock. Your liquor and veg stock should be on the stove simmering. Don't add cold stock while making risotto. Add liquid as necessary. Not sure why I didn't use a ladle, but you should. But it should be a ladle or 2 at a time. Cook down the liquid while stirring until almost dry, and add more liquid. Repeat the process until almost cooked. The center shouldn't crunch, but still be firm. At this point, add in some white wine. Don't go for a sweet wine, it should be dry, like a Pinot Grigio. When I'm wine shopping, I like to ask for Pinot Gringo because I like to watch the clerk's face twist. Cook down the wine and add back your mushrooms and other accoutrements. Add more stock and continue until the rice is cooked. When the rice is done, add in the cheese and pepper to taste, any garnish you like, parsley, basil, gummy bears, and that's it. This is what Gordon Ramsay has been shouting about all of these years. Easy, right? Plate up, it should flow nicely, like a porridge, not runny, and it shouldn't slosh or be soupy. Top with additional garnish or more cheese, pepper, and some extra mushrooms, like I did. Thanks to Rocky Mountain Fruit and Fungi for providing the chanterelle for this video. I highly recommend checking out their website. This recipe was chosen by my followers on Instagram. Currently I have 1,824 followers and growing. Link in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. If you made it this far, consider subscribing. New videos every Monday and Thursday. Have a great day. Alright. Chanterelle mushroom risotto. It's really good. The mushroom flavor isn't over the top. It's a little it's delicate and it's kind of poppy, if that makes sense. You can taste it over the other ingredients. I want to describe it as the champagne of the fungi department. It's subtle, it's poppy, it's bright, and it's very enjoyable. That last bite is very mushroom forward, but also it had a special quality to it that was more like, you know that this is a special occasion. It was really good. The chew is really good, especially when you get a long stem like this. It's almost like a meaty texture. I'll double down on that. It's more like a really delicate game meat, where it's really forward with the flavor, but it's not distracting in flavor. It adds to the dish, but it doesn't take away from the dish. I'm going to put it out there. It's going to sound a little weird. It's kind of like a caramelized chicken dish, except this is completely vegetarian. There's no meat in this whatsoever. But it's not really chickeny, but it has the essence of chicken. But it definitely has that browning of chicken flavor. It's a cute little bite. Nice little mushroom, some asparagus, rice, cheese. Absolutely delicious. I'm not on a meat-reduced diet or anything like that, but this dish wouldn't have me wanting for meat. It's very delicious. These dried chanterelle mushrooms came from Rocky Mountain Fruit and Fungi. They come in dried, and they're really good. If you want to pick up some of these, I will link to their website in the description below. I ate all the mushrooms. Chanterelle. That's the only mushroom in here. And I can still taste it in the rice because I use the... when you rehydrate mushrooms, they call it liquor. And I use the mushroom liquor in cooking the rice. And you can definitely taste it. And that is really, really good. It adds a ton of flavor to the rice itself. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to check out Rocky Mountain Fruit and Fungi. Have a great day. What happened? Oh, we got a sap. Gently adulate, rolled, tastes much more complex than any of the flat note Indian dry cheeses. Climax.
Oh, shit.
Creme de la raza. Ooh. This is gonna sound weird. But I'll just put it out there. It's kind of like a caramel chicken. No, wait. Top with additional garnish. And some... Oh. Oh, shoot.